विद्या ददाति विनय विनयाद् याति पात्रताम् पात्रत्वात् धनमाप्नोति धनात् धर्मः ततः सुखम्. Today we will study about 10th standard part 2 lesson names life process in living organism part 1. I request with you please like and subscribe for more video. Life process in living organism part 1. Point to be studied living organism and life process. Some nutrient and energy efficiency, living organism and energy production, cell division or life process. First point, various organ systems are continuously performing their functions in human body along with the various systems like digestive, respiratory, circulatory, excretory and control system. Different external and internal organs are performing their functions independently, but through a complete coordination, this overall system is in action in more or less same way in all the organisms. Those are in need of continuous source of energy. For this purpose, carbohydrates, fats and lipids are the main source of this energy, and it is harvested by the mitochondria present in its cell. It is not like that only food stuff is sufficient for energy production, but oxygen is also necessary. All these, that is food stuff and oxygen, are transported up to the cell via circulatory system. Besides, it is coordinated by the control system of the body. That is, if each life process contribute in its own way in the process of energy production. Function of all these life process also require energy. In life process, many different systems working together, then our body perform independently. The system like digestive, circulatory, respiratory, excretory and control system, and the coordination between all these systems must be completed, and according to the advice or according to the needs of coordination. Carbohydrate, fats and lipids. These three are the main source of energy, which is harvested by the mitochondria, which present in the its cell, and oxygen is also necessary. That all these food stuff and oxygen are transported up to the cell via circulatory system. Because of that, our body perform well functions. Next point, note the carbohydrate from milk, fruits, jaggery, grain, sugar, vegetables, potatoes, sweet meats, and cereals like wheat, maize, ragi, jowar, millet, rice, etc. We get 4 tertiary energy per grams of carbohydrates. Means we get carbohydrate from this kind of foods like meat, fruits, jaggery, etc. Now, living organism and energy production. In living organism, respiration occurs at 2 levels, as body and cellular level. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged between our bodies and surrounding. In case of respiration, occurring at body level. In case of respiration, at cellular level, food stuffs are oxidized either with or without help of oxygen. Means respiration occurs at 2 levels, that is a body level and cellular level. In this process in which oxygen we take through inhalation and carbon dioxide we exhale. Cellular respiration. Carbohydrate of the food that we consume every day are mainly utilized for production of energy required for daily needs. This energy is obtained in the form of ATP. For this purpose, glucose, a type of carbohydrate, is oxidized step by step in the cell. This is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means what? In this process, carbohydrate of foods that we consume every day are mainly utilized for production of energy, which require daily needs. Method of cellular respiration: aerobic respiration, that is oxygen is involved, and anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not involved. Aerobic respiration glucose is oxidized in 3 steps, that is glycolysis, tricarboxylic acid cycle, that is a Krebs cycle, electron transfer chain reaction. First point, glycolysis. Process of glycolysis occurs in cytoplasm. A molecules of glucose is oxidized by the step in this process, and 2 molecules of it, that is pyruvic acid, ATP, NADH2 and water, are formed in the process of glycolysis, which occurs in cytoplasm. Molecules of pyruvic acid formed in this process are converted into molecules of acetyl coenzymes A. 2 molecules of NADH2 and 2 molecules of CO2 are released during this process. Next point, tricarboxylic acid cycle means Krebs cycle. Both molecules of acetyl CoA enter the mitochondria. Cyclic chain of reaction called as tricarboxylic acid cycle is operated on in the mitochondria. Acetyl parts of acetyl CoA is completely oxidizing through the cyclic process, and molecules CO2, H2O, NADH2 and FADH2 are derived. Next, electron transfer chain reaction. molecules of NADH2 and FADH2 formed during all above process, participating in electron transfer chain reaction. Due to this, 3 molecules of ATP are obtained from each NADH2 molecules and 2 molecules of ATP from each FADH2 molecules. Beside ATP, water molecules are also formed in this reaction. Electron transfer chain reaction is operated in mitochondria only. Always remember that electron transfer chain reaction only occurs or only operated in mitochondria. Thus, a molecules of glycosis is completely oxidized in aerobic respiration, and molecules of CO2 and H2O are produced along with energy. Say, this is a pyruvic acid, this is a fatty acid, this is a mitochondria matrix, this is a cell membranes, and this is a outer membranes. ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is energy rich molecules, and energy is stored in the bond by which phosphate groups are attached to each other. These molecules are stored in the cell as per need chemically. ATP is triphosphate molecules formed from adenosines, ribonucleosides. It contains nitrogenous compounds, adenes, pentose, sugar, ribose, and 3 phosphate groups. As per the need, energy is derived by breaking the phosphate bond of ATP. Hence, ATP is called as energy currency of the cell, because after breathing the phosphate bond of ATP, energy derived or released. Say, ATP energy currency. This is a adenines, this is a ribose underparts, and ATP phosphate bond with more energy. This is a phosphate bond with more energy. If adenines and ribose reacts with phosphates, then it's become adenine ribose plus P in organic phosphates, or in this process energy is released which we used. Note, if there is insufficient amount of carbohydrate in body due to exception condition like fasting and hunger, then lipid and protein are used for energy production. Suppose if you are on fasting or hunger, then which parts of your body work for energy production? The parts will be lipid and proteins. In place of lipids, they are converted into fatty acid, whereas protein into amino acid. Means lipids are converted into fatty acid and protein are converted into amino acid. Fatty acid and amino acid are converted into acetyl CoA, and energy is obtained through complete oxidation of acetyl CoA by the process of Krebs cycle in mitochondria. Now, energy production is microorganisms through anaerobic respiration organism cannot live in presence of oxygen. Example, many bacteria, such living organisms, have to perform anaerobic respiration for energy production. Glycolysis and fermentation are 2 steps of anaerobic respiration. Glucose is incompletely oxidized and less amount of energy is obtained in these types of respiration. Uric acid produced through glycolysis is converted into other organic acid or alcohol with the help of some enzymes in this process. This is called as fermentation. Some higher plants, animals and aerobic mitochondria also perform aerobic respiration. Instead of aerobic respiration, if there is depletion in oxygen level in the surrounding. Next point, energy from different food compounds. Protein are the macromolecules formed by bonding together many amino acids. Protein of animals origins are called first class protein. Now, from all these parts, we can get amino acid and cell. We get 4 crystals of energy per gram of protein. Amino acids are obtained after digestion of proteins. Those amino acids are absorbed in the body and transported up to each organ and cell via blood. From these amino acid organs and cell produce various proteins necessary for themselves and the whole body. Next point, protein and different amino acid obtains. The substance formed by specific chemical bonds between fatty acid and alcohol are called lipid. The substance which formed by a specific chemical bond between fatty acid and alcohol are called as lipids. Digestion of lipids consumed by us is nothing but their conservation into fatty acid and alcohol. Fatty acids are absorbed up and distributed everywhere within the body. From those fatty acids, different cells produce various substances necessary to themselves. Example, the molecules called as phospholipids, which are essential for producing plasma membranes, are formed from fatty acids. Besides, fatty acids are used for producing hormones like progesterones, estrogens and testosterones, aldosterones, etc. Means our fatty acids are used for producing hormones, that is a progesterones, estrogens and testosterones, aldosterones, etc. and the covering around the axon of nerve cells. We get 9 crystals of energy per gram of lipid. Excess of lipid are stored in adipose connecting tissue in the body. Means whatever energy are surplus in our body which is stored in the adipose connecting tissue. We get 9 crystals of energy per gram of lipid. Excess of lipid are stored in adipose connective tissue in the body. Vitamin are a group of heterogeneous compounds. See, vitamin are a group of heterogeneous compounds of which each is essential for proper operation of various processes in the body. Means each and every compounds are essential for our body. There are main 6 types of vitamin, example A, B, C, D, E and K. Out of these, A, D, E and K are hair soluble, where B and C are water soluble. We have seen that FADH2 and NADH2 are produced in the process like glycolysis and Krebs. Vitamin like riboflavins, vitamin B2 and nicotinamides, vitamin B3 reactively are necessary for their production. Note, this is about 65 to 70% water in our body. Each cell contains 75% water weight by weight. Blood plasma also contains 90% of water function of cells, and thereby whole body disturb even if there is a little loss of water from the body. Hence, water is an essential nutrient along with all above mentioned nutrients. Fiber are also essential nutrients. In fats, we cannot digest the fibers. However, they help in the digestion of other substances and digestion of undigested substances. We obtain the fiber from leafy vegetables like fruits, cereals. So, whenever we need of fibers, then we need to use the vegetables like fruits, cereals and leafy vegetables. Just like next point, cell division, an essential life process. Cell division is one of the very important properties of cells and living organisms. Due to this property, only a new organism is formed from existing one. A multicellular organism grow up and emaciated body can be restored. There are two types of cell division as mitosis and meiosis. Means there are two types of cell division process, that is a mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis occur in somatic cell and stem cell of the body, whereas meiosis occurs in germ cells. Before a study of cell division, we should know the structure organization of cell that we have studied earlier. Each cell has a nucleus. Beside, other cell organelles are also present. Let us study the cell division with the help of this information. Mitosis. Somatic cell and stem cell divided by mitosis. Mitosis is completed through two main steps. Those two steps are stereokinesis, that is a nuclear division, and cytokinesis, that is a cytoplasmic division. Stereokinesis is completely through four steps. First point, prophase. In prophase, condition of basically thin thread-like chromosomes start. Due to this, they become short and thick, and they start. Chromosomes to appear along with their pair of sister chromatids. Centroids duplicated, and each centroids move to opposite poles of the cells. Nuclear membranes and nucleus start to disappear. In certain points, metaphase. In metaphase, nuclear membranes completely disappear. In metaphase, chromosomes complete their condensation and become clearly visible, along with their sister chromatids. All chromosomes are arranged parallel to equatorial planes, that is, central plane of the cell. A special type of flexible protein fibers, spindle fibers, are formed between centromeres of each chromosomes and both centroids. Next point, anaphase. In anaphase, centromeres expelled and thereby sister chromatids of each chromosomes separated, and they are pulled apart in opposite direction with the help of spindle fibers. Separated sister chromatid are called daughter chromosomes. Chromosomes being pulled appear like bunch of banana. In this way, each set of chromosomes reach at two opposite poles of the cell. Fourth point, telophase. The chromosomes which have reaches at opposition poles of the cell now start to decondense, due to which they again become thread-like, thin and invisible. Nuclear membrane is formed around each set of chromosomes, reach at poles. Thus, two daughter nucleus are formed in a cell. Nucleus also appear in each daughter nucleus. A spindle fiber completely disappear in this time. The cytoplasm divided by cytokinesis and two new cells are formed. When cytoplasm divided by cytokinesis, then two new cells are formed, which are called as daughter cell. In this process, a notch is formed at the equatorial plane of the cell, which depends gradually, and thereby two new cells are formed. However, in case of plant cell, instead of the notch, a cell plate is formed exactly. See, it's converted into this two cell, and these two cells are known as daughter cell. Note, mitosis is essential for growth of the body. Besides, it is necessary for restoring of emaciated body, that is a wound healings, formation of blood cells. Meiosis part 1. See, this is a process of meiosis part 1. In this process, prophase 1, metaphase, this is a prophase 1 and this is a metaphase 1, and this structures becomes anaphase 1, and this is a telophase 1. Meiosis is completely through two stages. Those two stages are meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. First one, meiosis 1, recombination, crossing over others between homologous chromosomes, and thereafter those homologous chromosomes, not sister chromatids, are divided into two groups, and thus two haploid cells are formed in meiosis 1. Meiosis 2 is just like mitosis. In this stage, the two haploids daughter cell form in meiosis 1. Undergo division by separation of recombination sister chromatids, and four haploids daughter cell are formed in meiosis 2. Process of gamete production and spore formation occur by meiosis. In these types of cell division, four haploids and daughter cell are formed from one diploids to n cells. During this cell division, crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes, and thereby genetic recombination occurs. Due to this, all the four daughter cells are genetically different from parent cell and from each other two. See, this is a prophase 2, metaphase 2, and this is anaphase 2, and that is a telophase 4. This is a 4 types of halophase. Thanks for watching this video.